Hello everyone, welcome back. So today, as you saw in the title, we are going to be doing a review on the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. So they do have just like a pressed powder, like basically just like a setting powder, but this is actually a foundation. It's supposed to be full matte coverage and it's supposed to be waterproof. So basically, I think what the claim of this foundation is it's supposed to go on like a creamy foundation and then have that powder matte finish. So we are gonna see what it's gonna look like. We are gonna see how full coverage this foundation is. And this is going to be a review. It's not a first impression, so I will be wearing it all day. I will do check-ins with you and give you my final thoughts at the end of the day. So again, this is going to be a review, not just a first impression. So I did just do my skincare, so I really don't feel like there's a need to go in with a primer. Usually if I just get done doing my skincare or it's only been on my face for about 5 minutes, so at this point it's been on my face for about 10 minutes, I usually just go right in with my face products unless I really want a primer to do something specific for me. But if it's been a little bit longer, then I will go in with a primer just to kind of like freshen up my face and prep it for makeup. But I don't really feel like I need a primer. My face feels really moisturized from my moisturizer. And yeah, so we are just gonna go right in with the products. So the first thing I'm going to go in with is some concealer for my under eyes, just because once you put on a powder, you really can't go in with any other liquids like concealer. So I'm just going to use the Dose of Colors concealer, and this one's in the shade Light Medium 13. And I'm not going to do too much, just a little bit. I'm not going to do like a full-on triangle. And that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do like the whole highlight thing. And I'm just gonna use my e.l.f. Camo Concealer sponge. And my under eyes have been super dry, so if you notice any like weird patches, that's why. My daughter scratched me again. So like right here I have like a super, like, it's not, it's like a dry patch, but it's just like the skin healing. So what are you gonna do? Now that I have my concealer on, we're gonna go in with the foundation, which I am super excited for. When I first saw this, I was like, oh my god, I've been looking for a good powder foundation just for those very quick makeup days, because I have so many different types of like 5-minute makeup routines that I do. So I don't just like stick to just one. By the way, this one's in the shade 130 True Beige. Before I take off the sticker, I don't know if it's found anywhere yet. It's found on the back. Sometimes you take off the sticker or throw away the packaging and then it's like, crap, what was the shade? So I'm hoping that this is my shade. This is what it looks like opened up. It looks a little light. I don't know. Definitely looks a little bit light. So if anything, this is going to be my winter shade. The window light, because I am doing it in natural light today, so it's kind of like washing it out. So it's not as light as it looks in the pan. It does come with like a sponge as well. So let's see. I'm just going to use my Kabuki buffing brush first. I usually like to use this brush when it comes to my foundations, powder foundations, but if it doesn't give me the coverage that I'm looking for, then I usually do go in and use what they like give you, because it usually does give you a little bit more fuller coverage. We're going to see what this does. Yeah, like this brush is not really giving me the coverage. This is nice if you just want like a light coverage. So it's not giving me full coverage with the brush. So again, I'm gonna do what I said. Okay. All right, so it is giving me more coverage with the little poofy thing that comes with it. I just don't like these. I don't like how they feel. Oh, we didn't set our under eye. Let me quickly set my under eye. But you can see like it's covering up nicely. I wouldn't say it's like full coverage. I would say it's like a good medium, maybe high medium. So I'm just gonna take some of this number 7 powder and kind of set the under eye. So now let's do that side. I just don't like, if you're gonna, I just don't like using this applicator. All right, I'm gonna try one more thing before I continue to use this. This is the powder sponge from Real Techniques. It's supposed to be used dry, and you're supposed to use it like with your setting powders. So I like to use this with my powder foundations as well. So we are gonna, it kind of just makes things normal again, you know, like using a sponge like this. And actually this is applying it the best. Like this is giving me the most full coverage. Like look at that. And it like is releasing all the product. See how far it's taking me now with all this product? I mean, it's definitely light. Yeah, it's light. In person, it's just a tad bit lighter than my natural skin tone. So it's not like horrible. We're definitely gonna need some bronzer. So I'm just gonna use the pointy side and just kind of get around my nose. All right, so I think that's as good as we're gonna get. I look like a ghost right now. I'm just gonna take a little bit and just kind of go down my neck with it, even though it's not gonna do much, but just to kind of help blend it a little bit. And you can see like a lot of my acne is still showing through. I wouldn't call this full coverage, but it's like a nice medium. Very quickly, I'm going to add some bronzer, highlight, and blush. So for bronzer, I'm just using 115 Sun Kissed Beam from the Skin Lights collection from Revlon. And I'm just gonna just do a quick bronzer around my nose. Quick bronze tour. So next I'm gonna take some highlight. This is from the Skin Lights collection as well from Revlon, and this is in the shade Daybreak Glimmer. And it is just so freaking beautiful. I haven't used this highlight in like a while, and I feel like I need to use it way more because I used it and I don't know if I just kind of got into that, like past that layer, you know what I mean? Because I used it a couple times before and I was just like, it's okay. But when I used it yesterday, it was like I just broke through that top layer and I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. So it's kind of like those e.l.f. highlighters sometimes where you just have to like break through. But seriously, so beautiful. I feel like the camera is not giving this highlighter the justice it deserves. I'm going to use this blush from Makeup Geek. It is in the shade Blind Date, and it's kind of all beat up, but that's what it looks like. And we're just going to use that because I just want something like muted today. I do kind of keep it high up. I don't bring it too far down. Just like that. Just makes me look a little like I'm alive, got color, you know. Quickly for brows, I'm just gonna use the Wet n Wild Micro Brow Pencil. I don't know if this is new. I didn't know that they had a micro brow. I knew they had like the one that kind of looked like a triangle. But it kind of just reminds me of the e.l.f. So it has a spoolie on the other end, and this one's in the shade Deep Brown, so hopefully it's not too dark. It's a little bit too dark. I mean, it's not super dark, but it's a little bit darker than what I would want. So next time I will get the shade lighter, but I really do like that, and it's super affordable. It's like $2 and some cents. So I'm just gonna go in and darken them some more and just use my brow gel. This one is from Wet n Wild. It's the Brow Obsessive one, and let me tell you, I'm obsessed. Brows are on, and now we're just gonna very quickly do some eyes. And I know this is like just a review on the foundation, but I know sometimes when I watch like reviews and they review like just a foundation, I kind of want to see what else they're putting on their face, just to kind of, you know and see and watch, because, you know, I love watching beauty videos. So I'm gonna use this. So this is the Necessary Nudes Elf palette. It's like a little quad that they have, or it's not a quad, it has 5 shades actually. Duh. So we're just gonna do a very quick look. I will speed this up. So eyeshadow is done. Again, we just did a very simple, quick look. Next, I'm just going to do my lashes. So I'm just going to curl my lashes. This is the Revlon curler. And then I'm just going to use the Maybelline Sky High mascara. And then we'll move on to lip. All right, so for lip, I'm just going to use this combo. So this is the Milani lip liner in the shade 03 Nude. And this one is in the shade 003 Moon. And this is the Maybelline Lifter Glosses. I love this liner. It's like your lips, but better. It's just like a rosy nude, and it's just so pretty. And it's like, it has to be sharpened, but it's so creamy. And then guys, this gloss, I have not tried the Fenty gloss bombs, but so many people are saying that there's finally a real drugstore dupe, and it's this one here in the shade Moon. I think it's supposed to be a dupe for her original one. I don't know, but all I know is if this is how her formula is, then I can see what all the hype is about. But look at that gloss, guys. So juicy, and it's even shinier in person. So okay. All right, so makeup is done. I'm not gonna set my face because, to tell you the truth, I don't feel like I need to. My skin in person does not look like dry and powdery and cakey. It doesn't even look like I really used a powder foundation, which is kind of like crazy. And now that I got the bronzer on and everything, like I feel like I don't look as ghosty. I feel like I kind of evened everything out with bronzer and stuff. So, but yeah, I don't feel like I need to set it. So just to see really how long this lasts, I am going to be wearing a mask today too. So I do have, I believe, one place to go to today. So I'm going to go ahead and wear a mask, and obviously have no choice. So we're going to see how it wears under the mask, and I will go ahead and check in throughout the day. Very quickly, I just wanted to get as close as I can to like the natural light so you guys can see my face, how it looks. So it looks like around the nose, forehead. And it's currently 10:54, so I will be wearing this all day. All right, so I am at the grocery store now, so I'm gonna be wearing the mask a lot longer. But I did go into Target and was shopping in there for a bit. Not really for a bit, I was just kind of looking around, but my main goal was just to get deodorant. So anyways, so this is what we're looking like right now. I don't feel oily. I look shiny, but I don't feel oily. This is how my nose is looking. This is all in natural sunlight. Hopefully you guys can see. So yeah, and it is currently 2:41. So when I started this, I believe it was at 10:40. So it's been 4 hours already, and I only wore the mask for a short time. So we'll see how it goes. This is the last time that I'll be wearing a mask, is going into the grocery store, and it usually takes me about an hour to grocery shop. So we'll see how it holds up under a mask. So it is currently 5:23 right now. so almost 5:30. So it's been about a little over 6 hours since I had this on, and you can see like I'm only now starting to get a little bit greasy. Like, I don't know if you can kind of see where I was touching. So yeah, I feel like on my chin here, I don't know if you guys can see, but I feel like on my chin here, the makeup has worn off. But I was wearing a mask, and I was probably wearing a mask for about an hour and a half in the grocery store. But yeah, everywhere else though, like I feel like these are peeping through a little bit more. But this is just how my skin is looking now. That's my nose, my forehead. Yeah, so we will do one more final check-in before I take this off. So far so good. I like it. Not once did I ever look like cakey or powdery or anything. And I feel like it's like wearing off nicely, like not blotchy or anything. So see you in the final check-in. All right, everyone. So I am about to take a shower. So I just want to do my last and final check-in and show you how this foundation was holding up. As you can see, it's stuck on pretty well. I mean, it lasted for the whole day. As you can see, like around my chin area, it did wear off, as well as like my lower jawline. I feel like it didn't cake up at all around my nose. I feel like it's looking fine. I mean, it did wear off a bit because of the mask. But for the most part, I think it lasted really, really well. I am oily, like you can just see my finger mark, just bloop, oily. But yeah, this is what it is looking like. I am pretty impressed by it so far. As you can see, my acne is popping through, so it's starting to wear off the acne spots as well. I did not conceal them or anything. They were just covered by the foundation powder. So yeah, so for pretty much, this is my favorite foundation powder so far that I use from the drugstore. So if you're looking for a new one, go ahead. I'm about to take a shower. All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you for watching. Bye.